Hi everyone and welcome back to Tom Lentford's workshop. We're here in the workshop. It's time for one of Tom's updates. And what have we got in front of us, Tom?
It's a rear axle, James.
Look at that. Now that looks... that's like proper man cave stuff, that, isn't it? You could just put that as a piece of art on the wall.
I have put an awful lot of effort into this rear axle. So this is the rear axle for the XJC R, as we're now calling it. Yeah. I wanted to call it the R, but we're just settling for R.
Why 3 R's?
Why not?
Okay, just because it's
yeah. The XJC R.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not.
Right, I don't know where we're going with this, but anyway, right. So
anyway,
XJC R, rear axle.
Anyway, right. So rear axle. Okay, so what have I done?
A lot, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it has been a lot, yeah. So it's all been completely stripped and re-powder coated. This is not the original axle out of the original car. This is one that I've built up independently just to make life easier. You may be able to see in the background the car is actually there on the ramp.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. But yeah,
so that's still
there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just easier to keep it rolling and working. So this is a completely fresh build, one I've sort of like pulled off of the scrap pile, as it were, and it's got a limited slip diff in it. I know previously, so I've got a confession to make. I know previously I said it was going to be a quaif.
You did in part 1, I think that was.
Yeah. However, I couldn't get one in time.
Okay.
And it all got a bit complicated, so I've put a very, very good clutch plate style diff in there, which will be perfectly fine. But I am disappointed.
Would that have been in the car originally? Is that what?
Yeah, that's an original type diff. In fact, you asked me the question, or someone asked the question: did the 4.2 XJC originally come with a limited slip diff? And I've got to be honest, I didn't actually know the answer to the question off the top of my head. I know a V12 did. So when I actually had the car up in the ramp the other day, I actually spun the wheels up and it actually got an open diff in it.
Oh, right. So it didn't have what, the 4.2?
The 4. Well, this particular 4.2, there's always an argument that, you know, it could have been changed over the years. Yeah. Lots of things can happen.
Of course.
But this particular car did not have, or has not got a limited slip diff in it. Okay. But it will. And to be fair, I think with the modifications we're making, it needs it. It's going to need it.
Of course, yeah.
So what have we got in front of us? So we've got a freshly rebuilt limited slip diff. Yeah. We have got new, fresh gas adjustable dampers and springs. Yeah. We've got XK8 drive shafts.
Nice.
XK8 rear hubs. XK8 Brembo rear discs and overhauled, freshly rebuilt XK8 Brembo rear calipers. And obviously there's going to be Brembo rear calipers, Brembo front calipers to go on the front to complement the big boy discs we've got. Everything has been rebushed, overhauled, painted, plated, just because, I just want it to look nice. It's just, this is part of the drive line overhaul that we were talking about. And once this is in the back of the car, it's gonna be able to handle the power that we're putting through it and all that kind of stuff. All the handbrakes have been refreshed, and new cables. It's just new everything basically. So I'm looking forward to, as I was saying, I'm looking forward to putting this in. I'm looking forward to putting the whole thing together.
Yeah, of course.
And it's going to be, this is going to handle and deal with the power that we're going to put through it. I know we haven't shown the wheels and tyres that we're putting on it yet, but I've already got them there to one side at the minute, so you'll have to wait and see, what we put on. Yeah. But they're obviously going to be a lot wider than the original steel wheels. With, I think they're 205s on them off the top of my head.
And for those people looking at the front axle, that isn't a clue.
No, that's
in case people, that could be a red herring.
Yeah, that's a Kent wheel that we happened. I'll tell you why that was like that, because when I went down the storage unit to pick the car up, it had a flat tyre on the steel wheel. Okay, so I had to chuck a wheel on it quick sharp.
Well, that isn't a clip. That isn't what we're doing.
No, it's not having Kent wheels. it's there's something else going on. And
something I've hurt up your sleeve. Don't worry.
I've got a little something up my sleeve. Not that I've got any sleeves at the moment, or you know. But anyway, something up my half sleeve. There you go. So yeah. But this bit's definitely going in, and yeah, I think you've got to agree. I like to think we've done a good job of it. I hope you agree.
Well, it looks amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So
it's all been powder coated, has it?
It's powder coated, sandblasted, powder coated, either brand new nuts and bolts or replated, yeah, etc. So, you know, it's more cost effective to replate some of the original bolts, some of the more, than it is to buy them. Whereas like the ones we've got on the top here, it's far more cost effective to just put new ones in because they're inexpensive. But some of the bigger bolts and more technical stuff is, it's dearer. So we just replate them and coat them. So it's all good. And then everything's been assembled with, like I say, new bearings, grease, etc., etc. So,
it's all singing or dancing, that.
In theory, this should last and be better than new. You know, it'll have longevity.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll definitely have longevity. It won't need taking apart for some time as long as you grease it and service it and all the rest of it. So yeah, so no, that's going in.